Welcome, everybody, to Friday, February 5th edition of Mouse Quiz. And my name is Chad, and I'll be your host tonight. And I want to welcome back to the show our co-host and regular quiz writer, jack of all trades, Mr. Derek. How you doing tonight, Derek?
Doing very well, Chad. How are you?
Oh, I can't complain, my friend. Cannot complain.
Good.
And then we've got a new quiz writer who's joining us tonight. So let's welcome Linda to the stream. So how you doing, Linda?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing great. And then also we've got a special guest tonight, and we didn't really plan this out too much, so he has not seen the questions. So he's going to have to live up to his reputation of being a Disney historian. But it is my good friend, Mr. Brian Reed, over from the Main Street Chronicles podcast and Imagination Radio Network. I got that right?
You got it right, buddy.
Hey.
You got it right.
Awesome there. So are you guys ready to play some mouse quiz tonight?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Derek, give us a little bit of an overview here of what we're looking at.
Tonight is Flashback Friday. It is all resorts and park areas and rides at Disneyland and Disney World that have either come and gone or never were or have changed. And by changed, it's changed significantly. So should be a fun night. All of the people who've been going there for a long time should be have an advantage tonight.
So old timers, right? So you're trying to tell
us I wasn't going to say that, but yes.
Okay. So anyways, as we see down below, we've got the web address. If you're just now joining us, you'll just go to crowd.live/parks. And the way we do this is you can bring up any web phone, bring up a second browser if you want to, and you'll come back in, you'll bring up that web address. I can even add onto the screen, my screen share here, and it'll show the QR code if we take down the banner. And where's it at? Oh, there we are. I had to add that to the screen. So you can just point your camera at that little corner thing down here, right? And click the link in there, or just do it the old-fashioned way and just go to crowd.live/parks. And the way trivia works is you will be playing trivia on your smartphone, and it's a combination of a two-screen deal. So we stream. Facebook is about 20 seconds behind live. YouTube is about 10 seconds delayed. But what you'll do is you'll get the questions and answers right there on your smartphone. You'll touch what you think is the right answer. Everything is timed. And so the quicker you answer, the more points you get. And so the other thing we'll have you do is when you go to that website, we'll have you pick a screen name. That's what we will see you at as on the screen. And so because our software will tabulate for us individual player scores, and then if you pick a team number that you're playing with, the scores will be tabulated as well. After the end of 2 rounds, we'll do a halftime break, and then we'll go into our final death bonus round that's double questions for round 3, or double points, okay? And we'll take it from there, and we'll come back in and see what team has won tonight. And just to give the Imagination Podcast Network a heads up, they didn't get notice of this until about 20 minutes. So, because I don't think we wanted too many of them coming, because if they've been listening to Brian's show too much, like, we're toast, okay? We're toast. We're absolutely toast. But we are glad to have everybody here with us tonight. And so crowd.live/parks, and let's come back into this and say hi to some people who are tuning in. So L.O. Guerrera says hello, and then Annette's tuning in from Jersey Shore.
Hey, Annette.
And then somebody from California as well.
Oh, that's Lo Guerrera is Linda from California.
Linda. Okay. And then Holly is playing, a.k.a. Jolly Holiday, so she does fairly well sometimes.
Yeah.
And Eric Mobley is in the house tonight.
So I have a feeling Jeremy's sitting next to him.
Yeah, and if Jeremy's sitting next to him, Brian, that's your competition, buddy. Okay, we go and put you up against the Jeremy bar. Okay. Okay. And then we want to say hi to Lauren as well, and then Holly Austin's tuning in. And then the Disney blog is tuning in, an old timer at Disneyland Resort. So you should nail those questions. So round 2 is your round, my friend. And then let's see here. Bill and Ann are tuning in from Edmonds, Washington. And then Jeremy says, hi, everybody, loves the background.
And there's been some smack between Jeremy and Tony over on Facebook this week. So we'll see how that ends up.
Really? And I haven't even seen Tony here. Okay.
I haven't seen it yet. Well, all talk, no action on that one. So
yeah, we'll see. Because, I mean, she's going to have to start talking some smack with Brian. Brian, are you familiar with some of the other podcasters, like the Disney Crush podcast?
Oh, yeah. We met, I guess 2 years ago now.
Yeah, we did. You and I met them all in person. So,
yep.
Yeah. So, okay. Now you know who's going to be talking some trash, right?
Bring it. Bring it. I'm ready.
That says hi from PA. And then Patricia reminds me, welcome back to the cold, Chad. I just tried to go get gas right before this and froze my tail off outside. It is just nasty out there. Last Sunday I was in Hawaii. Oh, well. I'll be back in June. So Jess is tuning in tonight. And, Pete says, hey, from my couch. And then Chrissy's with us tonight. Kayla's playing. Former Disneyland cast member here. So, and then Sydney Lechner is playing as well, and then Courtney as well. So I think we're ready to kind of get started here. We're about 6 minutes after. Who wrote round one?
Mostly Linda.
Okay, then. And so, Linda, what can you tell us about the questions tonight here in round one?
These are things that used to be in the parks, or they could be at one park but not another. So it could be, was at Magic Kingdom but is no longer, but maybe it's currently at Disneyland Paris or something like that.
Actually, Linda, I think that's your round two.
Oh, that's round two.
Round three. That's round three. Sorry.
Okay.
Round one's your resorts round.
Oh, round one resorts. Okay. So these are resorts that have changed names or closed or were called something different.
So, okay. So that we're not in the parks for this round.
No.
Right? Not in the parks. Okay. And so if anybody is just now joining us, we'll go through our last minute deal here. And so you'll use a QR code on a phone and play on your phone tonight. Or you'll come back in and type in any browser, crowd.live/parks. And then we will have you pick a screen name, pick a podcast family if you're playing with a podcast family or a Walt Disney team. And then as well, you'll add in a screen name, and I think your email address is on there. We haven't sent any emails out in a while, but we do collect them, and occasionally we'll send an email out. We do not sell the list. I hate that. It'll all be straight from the Mouse Quiz server, and you can opt out at any time. So that being said and done, I think we're ready to go ahead and get this thing started. So at this point in time, I can just say, hey, good luck, everybody, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes. So let's go ahead and start this round, Eric. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. How'd you guys do that round?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good. So let's come back in and take a peek here. So I'm going to come back over and add on my screen over here. And let's scroll on down and check out these questions. So question number 1 here. Brian, do you think you missed any?
Oh, I know. I missed one.
You missed one. Okay. Okay. So you'll have to point that out when we get to it, right? But what resort did Shades of Green replace? And the Disney Inn. And yeah, we didn't go easy on these questions tonight, but 49% got that one right. And that is an old time.
Do you know what it was themed around when it was the Disney Inn?
It was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, right?
Right.
I actually stayed there when it was the Disney Inn.
That's cool.
Wow. We got Battle of the Historians tonight. Okay, I'm telling you now, right? Let's come in and check out this next question. And Dixie Landing, 52% of the people knew that it was Port Orleans Riverside.
It was this one. This was the one that got me.
This is the one who got you, huh? Did you pick French Quarter at least?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was one of the two. So, oh well.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Okay. And then resort area closed from competition from Animal Kingdom. 75% knew that that was Discovery Island. And so, yep, did pretty well on that one. And then what area had Rock and Roller Coaster, Wild Horse?
How about Rock and Roll Beach Club?
Yeah, Rock and Roll Beach Club. That one was way before my time there. But Pleasure Island, 64% knew that one as well. So we did pretty good there. And, okay. The Pleasure Island attraction that had the Explorers and Kungaloosh, 76% knew Adventures Club. So if they would have listened to any of your first season of that podcast, Brian, they would have known that one.
I was just getting ready to say the same thing.
Yeah, so the whole season 1 was a radio drama based on the characters from that storyline.
Yep.
Over there at Brian's podcast. And it was a pretty well done show. So
thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys might want to go ahead and check that out sometime as well.
And every season's a new storyline. So we're exploring Future World this year. And we're doing something really, really unique. So
awesome. Okay. Oh, Gina says that she messed up the same one that you did here, Brian. So, okay, you're at least in good company here, right? And the comments aren't coming in as like timed with the questions, so I'm trying to get them wrong, but or trying to get them to coordinate here. So number 6. Animal Kingdom that has part of the logo that was never built. 68% knew that that was the Beastly Kingdom, because if you look at the logo there's definitely a dragon with wings in the Animal Kingdom logo. And that was for a, what is it, like a land, so to speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Derek.
I would say it's if I remember right, and you may correct me on this, it's where Pandora is now, is where they were originally going to put it.
Yeah, so
and
what they did was they had a fund shortage, and it was Dino Land or Beastly Kingdom. So they went with Dino Land because kids would have been more excited about dinosaurs, and that's when you got Camp Mini Mickey in the place of which is now where Pandora, the World of Avatar, is. So Camp Mini Mickey was only supposed to be a temporary land, and it lasted almost 20 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's pretty cheap to build out the space for a character meet. So,
right.
Yeah, so I get that one. I get that one as well. So, okay then. Disney planned but never built which resort? And so this was one of the all of the above that got people here. Okay. Because I believe all 3 of those were monorail resorts, right, Brian?
Correct. They all were. And they actually, a couple years ago, did testing on the land that the Venetian was supposed to be on to see if they could house a hotel. So if you are on the monorail and you're leaving Ticket and Transportation Center on your way to the Contemporary, right on the left, there's a big circular spot of land. And unfortunately, the land literally was sucking the concrete footers back into the ground. So Even to this day, they still can't shore up the land to be able to have a resort there. But they tried just up until a couple years ago to try it again.
Dude, that would be worth millions if they could.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, millions. So, okay then, right? And then question number 8 here. What water park was being ripped out for Reflections Resorts? 75% knew that was River Country. And thank God they're not taking out Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon. But there were still remnants of that left. And there's some old YouTube videos, or not so old, where explorers were on there checking out at, River Country, and it's pretty interesting viewing for a Disney fan. I'll say that. But they got kicked out and banned for life. I don't know that it's worth that. And then question number 9, what was the source of water from River Country? 2% said tourist sweat. I almost want to give them points for that, right? Matter of fact, I'm just going to come back in because I'm sure there was some tourist sweat in there. So I'm going to mark that one as correct as well. But 52% say the water was from Bay Lake, which is technically connected to Seven Seas Lagoon. So you could make the case that Seven Seas Lagoon was somewhat tied into that, although it wasn't the true source of the lake. They're just connected there. But then World Showcase Lagoon.
Yeah, no.
But Chad, to be precise, Seven Seas Lagoon is man-made. Bay Lake was there originally, so technically Bay Lake is in Seven Seas Lagoon.
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah, technically as well. One was a man-made, one was a mouse-made. So.
Yep.
Okay, and then what replaced Lake Buena Vista Shopping Center? 86% knew that was Disney Springs as well. So, and let's come back in and pick up some of the crowd questions here. So, Lauren says that she actually knew most of those, and Gina said she got 2 wrong. Fat fingered the Seven Seas Lagoon one as well. Dan was saying those were pretty good questions, but he had to do some guessing. And definitely my worst round. Yeah, we made these a little tough tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I toughened them up right before. They had it a little easier, and I made it tough. I knew Brian was coming, so I had to get my distractor game going, right?
You were scrambling.
I was scrambling. And then Holly says, as soon as I clicked Disney Institute for number 1, I knew it was Disney Inn. Yeah. Yep. Then he had a phone delay, didn't see the first 2 questions.
Wouldn't it be great to have the Disney Institute back again?
So it would be, okay?
Oh, Disney in the 90s.
It would be. And Jeremy used a little bit of process of elimination on that one, that Saratoga took over the Disney Institutes.
We went into a serious deep dive on the Disney Institute when we did the Saratoga History Show.
Yeah, we did. We went into that one pretty good. So if you remember Brian from my podcast on the history of Saratoga there, we had that one covered for you guys. And then, Lauren was saying that it must have been based on Fantastic Beasts, right? No. They had that one. They predated JK there, right? Oh, and those were tough. So yeah, they weren't our easiest round. But let's come back in and take a look at crowd results and rankings here and see how everybody did. We'll go ahead and show this back up here. And congratulations to Jeremy for 10 out of 10. Heidi and Jolly Holiday, followed by Eric, Amy, and then number 6 would be the Main Street Chronicles. So 727 points. So that one question, Brian, cost you.
I know. What was the link again, Chad? My phone just conked out on me.
There'll be a different one for next round.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a different one, and if you kept it up, we'll automatically warp you over in just a second. So, and then you might have to come back in and manually do this, but let me just come through here and scroll through the results so everybody can kind of see how they did. A lot of 8 and 9 out of 10s, so it looks like roughly half the people got at least 7 out of 10 right, or more. But we didn't go easy tonight. We kind of brought our A game here. And I'm loving the little Figment stuff on the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And it always amazes me that I look at the amount of people that are multi-playing at home, like a family is playing together, because I see 59 people logged into this round and playing, but 40-something viewing the stream. So that means we've got some people that are kind of sharing a screen here. So that's always kind of fun to see families playing this together. Okay, so that wraps up this round. Derek, can you go ahead and warp us over? And while he's doing that, if you're just now joining us, you'll go to crowd.live/Disneyland. However, if you were with us in the last round, chances are good our software just pulled you on over to this round. If you're just now joining us, you can use the QR code or go to that website, crowd.live/Disneyland, put a screen name in for how you'll be known as a player, an email address, and then pick a podcast family if you're doing that. So what
I'm seeing some people aren't warping over. Refresh your browser.
Yeah, you can just come back in and just refresh the screen or come back in and then it'll automatically warp you over there as well.
I left my phone and went on to the, let me see. Never mind. I'm on here now.
Okay. Yeah, that's the problem I had playing on the phone was the screensaver kicks in or it locks on you or something along those lines.
Well, no, I was at the gym yesterday and I dropped my phone and broke it in half.
Oh.
So I got the new Galaxy S21 coming tomorrow.
Got it. Well, hopefully that works out then, right? And Hello was saying that it's their first time playing with us tonight,
welcome.
so welcome. And then Deidre is here tonight. She's a regular player and a little late tuning in. But what can you guys tell us about round 2 here about Disneyland Attractions?
Disneyland Attractions is, I wrote this actually in conjunction with my mother, who, if you look over my shoulder, that is my mother right there. This is from Disneyland 1956. So it's old rides, mostly old rides, few current attractions that have had themes majorly changed. Okay. So should be a lot of fun.
Okay, so everything in this one is in Disneyland, right? So our
Yes.
California people are good to go here?
Everything's in Disneyland.
Awesome. So, Linda, I don't know, what's your California experience like?
I was there one time.
Okay. Ooh. And Brian, I know you should know this from like the history stuff, right? So.
And I've been there. Spent a few hours there at least.
Okay. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and kick this round off, and I'll wish you guys good luck, and we'll be right back at the end of this round and about 10 questions later. So, good luck, everybody. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. How'd you guys do?
10 out
That
of
was
10.
really hard.
I mean, Derek and the three of us wrote the questions. So, Brian, how'd you do that round?
Oh, I got them all right.
Oh, did you? Awesome. Awesome.
Good.
Awesome. I figured those...
You're all of the above. I was second guessing myself after I clicked it. I was like, no. And then
Yeah.
Yeah, the lingerie shop kind of threw me.
I knew that one, but then it was like,
It was the world of bras.
And do you know the character in the world of bras?
Daisy Duck.
No.
The Wizard of Bras.
Wizard of Bras. Yeah,
Oh.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it lasted all of like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that falls into the what were they thinking category. Anyways, let's come back in and check out some of these questions here, right? Ooh, Kayla knew the answer to that one as well. The Wizard of Bras.
Mm-hmm.
And Jess was saying that one didn't go well, so. And another one that didn't load correctly. And she was saying that I'm so embarrassed because I clicked too quickly on 2 of them. That happens as well. And then
Looks
Amy
like
was
I've
saying,
got some reinforcements coming in, Chad.
what's that?
I've got some reinforcements coming in. The team's starting to join.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, that's cool because it'll go by your average correct answer, so they can join anytime, right? When we come back into that round. So Amy was saying that I knew the lingerie shop. I thought all of the above was the distractor. And Scott was saying, I've only been to Disneyland once, and that was 20 years ago. Yes, our crowd tends to struggle a little bit with Disneyland because we're kind of an East Coast people, and I think our initial podcast families were all here on the East Coast. So we tend to do really well at Walt Disney World and not so much over at the land. But so who was this
Did
first?
like this. Gina, don't worry, you're safe. Okay, take away your Disneyland pass.
Well, we are going to revoke your Disneyland pass, Gina. That's for certain.
Yeah.
So, but who were the original owners and inhabitants of Tarzan's treehouse? And it was the Swiss Family Robinson. 82% of us knew that one. So good job, everybody there. And then coming back over to question number 2, what highway in the sky no longer runs at Disneyland? And I got 11 people with the If You Had Wings. So as a distractor, because that was only at Disney World, right, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Only Walt Disney World.
That's what I was thinking, right? So the People Mover was called the Highway in the Sky over there. And then the monorail is still running, so you should have known that one. And then Big Thunder's still running over there as well. So you could have used some process of elimination and got to that one. And it looks like 70% of the people did, so congratulations to those folks. And then question number 3, what ride went through the Matterhorn? And I got 8 people with my Skyliner distractor, because you needed to know the difference between the Skyliner and the Skyway to get this question right. So 59% of them did get it right and did know the answer. And the People Mover did not go through the Matterhorn there. Neither did the monorail. So And Brian, is there any other rides that went through something over there? It seems like maybe Small World and
Yes. So the Disneyland Railroad goes through the Small World building.
Okay.
yep. And then I don't know that it goes through Big Thunder over there, does it?
No, it doesn't, but it goes through the Grand Canyon Concourse before you get to the Main Street station.
Got it. And then I know they recently ripped all that up and moved it all for Galaxy's Edge in
Right.
June. So I've been there once. Don't know that I rode the railroad since Galaxy's Edge opened up. But what attraction was originally housed by the Splash Mountain figures? This is a very common Disney trivia question, and 71% of the audience knew that it was America Sings as well. So,
Which is why they chose Song of the South
to
to recycle the animatronics.
Absolutely.
to recycle the animatronics and save some money on that. So, and then ended up coming with a very beloved attraction out of the deal. So,
My favorite.
yeah, I'm telling you, I think it's my wife's too. And my little guy, we can't get him to go on it yet. He's just afraid of the drop. But that was at like 4, 5, 6, and then 7. He didn't get to go because of COVID. So we'll see how 8 works out for us there. I'm fingers crossed. Like, ride the ride, kid. Which attraction was originally a mostly serious adventure? 75% knew that the Jungle Cruise. So, Brian, that started out with no jokes?
No jokes. It was very, very dry. It was all history, and history and science, excuse me. So, and I think it lasted a couple years as a serious ride.
Like it was in the 60s before they started bringing jokes in officially.
Right.
You can actually, there's recordings out there. I think Thurl Ravenscroft actually did a recording of the original Jungle Cruise spiel that you can still find out there, and it's not funny. They do the backside of water joke, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, what ride placed riders on a cushion of air and steered via their body weight? This is another one that I don't think lasted very long, did it, Brian?
Nope, sure didn't. But they decided to bring it back for Cars Land.
So they did bring it back for Cars Land, and it still didn't last very long.
Still didn't work.
So Deidre was saying there at Jungle Cruise that there was a cast member who started doing jokes, and Walt got wind of it. And so apparently Walt liked it, okay? And that's how we got the corny jokes on the Jungle Cruise. So good amount of history on that one as well.
I love the jokes they do on the trams when you're in parking and you take the trams back, and I always love those jokes.
Okay. Along the same lines there, and then who took over the original submarine voyage at Disneyland? 82% know that Nemo moved in, and then what happened to it at Walt Disney World? Or am I giving away a question later on tonight?
Yes.
Okay. We don't know.
I know.
So,
well,
okay. Yeah. And which one of these was originally on Main Street, USA at Disneyland? And we've already talked about this one a little bit earlier. The lingerie shop, the sheet music shop, the plastic flower shop, and it is all of the above. 42% or 74% got that one right. That's pretty darn good.
Now, the sheet music shop lasted several years. But now, and one of those, I think, was replaced by the magic shop that's there now.
Okay.
So.
Nice. And then what company sponsored the original red and white rocket to the moon? And you got people with that last minute distractor of Coca-Cola. It was TWA. Which was an old airline that was based, I think, out of St. Louis, wasn't it? I know.
Yeah, Kansas City. Kansas City.
Okay. I knew when I was in undergrad college in like 89, 90, I used to fly TWA into St. Louis all the time. That was kind of the airline of choice to go to St. Louis. So that much I do remember about TWA. And then I think they got bought out by Delta or Northwest or somebody.
Northwest. It went to Northwest, and then Northwest went to Delta.
Got
So.
it. And then number 10, what chemical company sponsored the House of the Future? And it was the Monsanto. And I still think they're there today, mentioned, aren't they?
In what regard? There's a plaque. There's a plaque, but they don't have a sponsorship.
They don't have an attraction.
Got it.
Because they had the Hall of Aluminum Foil, they had the House of Tomorrow, or House of the Future, and then they had one other thing, I believe.
Like the Hall of Plastics or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
All next to the Bathroom of the Future, presented by Crane Toilets.
And then catching up on some of our comments here,
Yeah.
Christine was pointing out that the ride at Cars Lands was Luigi's,
Mm-hmm.
and it was horrible to control. And then Disney Blog says TWA was St. Louis.
And you're right. Their
Transworld
repair
Airlines.
facility was in Kansas City. So
Yeah. Okay. So good job there. Well, let's come back in and see how everybody did on this round. We'll come back into the rankings here, and as usual, and we will call this one training on the timing, but he didn't beat you by much, Brian.
8 points is nothing.
8 points is milliseconds in this game. Okay. But congratulations to Jeremy, Brian. Gina
And
did really
Gina.
well. Well, this was Disneyland, so this should have been
Yeah.
her jam, right? So this should have completely been her jam. Followed by Tron Rider, Eric, Christine, Lamont, Kayla, Amy B, Mary, Deidre. Skier Pete did pretty well with 9 out of 10. And then Elliot, Lizzie, Holly, the Evil Queen hanging in there with us tonight. And Smee, Amy, Amanda, Chris, Disney Blog, Figment, Jolly Holiday. And we went like 30 people got at least 7 out of 10 right here. So, and we'll come back into this and I'll just scroll through and let everybody see how they did. Because I think I'm not sure that we're still showing this on the phones anymore. So
We're not.
Okay. So congratulations to everybody here as well that played this round. And Derek, if you could go ahead and warp us over to the next
Do we
round.
want to do multi-game standings so far?
That's right. Let's go
Halftime.
Yep. Halftime report. And so let's come back in and check on the multi-game rankings. And so it would be Jeremy followed by Brian. And then Eric and Christine, Gina, Amy, Heidi, the Evil Queen, Jolly Holiday. And I'll just keep going and you guys can see how you're doing here. But quite a few 15s out of 30.
Missing that one question, that's a big gap there now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's... You miss a millisecond on Jeremy, man, and you're toast, right? So you're toast, right? But it's good to see that he's got some competition in there this days because he is Mr. Quick on the deal. And so let's come back in, and I think now we've looked at multi-game. Let's come in and check out the team rankings here. We're still on multi-game. So congratulations to the Imagination Radio Network. You are in first place, my friend. So with an average of 1234 points, followed by the Welcome Homies, which usually was where Jeremy ends up playing. He will switch hit and cross teams every now and then. And the Crushers are here tonight. I didn't see any of them commenting as well, or very many. I know Scott plays for them. Followed by the Monorail Trivia Team, Geeking on WDW. Donna's Community Hall Trivia Team's doing fairly well tonight. Followed by the Free Agents. And last but not least is the My DVC Points team. The people who are hosting it. So we always seem to come in and take that last place. So I think we got second one night, right?
Yeah.
Before we end this...
And Jeremy was playing for us.
And Jeremy was playing for us. Okay. So we'll have to coordinate where we steal Jeremy and at least win one night out of the whole year that we're doing this. So
I think there's a couple coming that we might be able to do that on.
Yeah, there's a couple of DVC nights where we should come back in and do that. And I'm not above like doing podcast sessions on them ahead of time. So anyways, go ahead and warp us over here. Derek, and we'll see how everybody's doing.
You want to clear that out? There we go.
I'm out of that screen, so
There we go.
Okay, so you should have warped over automatically if you're playing. If not, just refresh your browser screen. And if you're just now joining us, you'll go to crowd.live/WDW. You'll pick a screen name, put your email address in. We promise not to spam you. And then from the drop-down list, either pick free agent or come back in and pick a podcast family. So all we do is a little trash talking on this tonight about comparing teams and scores and having a little bit of fun. But like half of our trash talkers aren't here tonight, so it's pretty quiet out there. So, and then here's a little bit right when I say that. So,
Yeah.
Lauren points out the Crushers are in third place. And so normally we've got a little bit more competition. Tony seems to like pick.
Tony's not here tonight, I don't think.
Yeah, so she's not here to just stir the pot a little bit. So we kind of miss her. But anyways, Derek, I think you worked on this round. What can you tell us?
I worked on this round with Linda, so
Okay.
yeah.
So what can you guys tell us about this final round tonight?
So kind of the same thing that the last round was, only instead of Disneyland, it'll be the world. So old rides that have closed down.
Got it. So we got 49 years of history here at Walt Disney World to kind of pick from. And a lot of good stuff, Is it primarily one park, all parks? What are we looking at here?
It's primarily Magic and Epcot.
And then
There's some studios in there. I don't think there's any Animal Kingdom.
Okay, so probably not a lot of Animal Kingdom. We covered, if we did, we covered it earlier with the Beastly Kingdom conversations.
Yeah.
So with that being said and done, let's go ahead and kick this round off. And good luck, everybody. We will see you back in just a few minutes. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. How'd everybody do? Not
No,
good,
Brian.
No, I missed 2.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So,
Oh well, it happens.
yeah, that happens. I mean, like I said, some of these it's timing and the stress as well. So,
Those were tough. Some of them were tough.
yeah, let's come back in and take a peek at this as well. Let me just drag this thing over and we'll see how we did. So, what replaced Delta Dreamflight at Magic Kingdom? And it was Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. 48% got that right. And I believe
That was one of mine.
that was one of yours?
Yeah, I got my timelines mixed up.
Oh, because I believe If You Had Wings was
Was first.
by Eastern Airlines.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then Delta came back in with Dreamflight, and then it became Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. Right?
Did you know that there's still a piece of Delta Dreamflight at Magic Kingdom?
Where is it?
So if you look at the front or the entrance of Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, look at the outline of his sign, and it looks like a cloud. And they just painted it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. They leave little remnants in there for us to make things interesting and give us history nerds something to talk about as well. But,
Whoa.
yeah, wrong screen clicking. I'm back into that one. Watch the mouse there, Chad. So, okay, because I came back over to this screen to click some comments, and Holly was saying, how was that my worst round tonight? So I think you're in good company there, Brian. And then Gina says, missed 2, also back to 20th. And Deidre was saying, that was terrible. And Amy was saying, oof, that was rough. So
Hopefully Jeremy was saying that was rough too. That's the only, no offense everybody, that's the only one I care about.
3 correct. And then, Deidre was saying, that's cool, Brian. So on some of your color commentary there. So let's come back in and check out this next one. 48% got that one right. The next question, 63% knew that Horizons was the predecessor to Mission Space. So.
And that can be a very sensitive subject.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We ain't even gonna talk about Ellen's because that'll just really just like get people going, right? And okay, so then which attraction included dinosaurs, Stupid Judy, and was a 45-minute long ride? 85% knew that was Ellen's Energy Adventure.
Stupid Judy, stupid energy.
Great place for a nap, though.
Yes, in the air conditioning. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe they had the word stupid in a ride. Like, why did they not pull that out sooner? But
It was the 90s, Chad. It was
Okay.
different.
Yeah.
yeah, different time, right? Okay. So MK Skyline connected Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. 80% of the people knew that one was correct. So you guys just did really well there. And then 82%.
And did you know, let's go back to that real quick. Do you know the station in Tomorrowland's still there?
Yeah, it's the bathrooms.
Yep.
They just like took off the top floors and converted the bottom to a bathroom.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can still come back in and get a remnant there.
And the Fantasyland one is where the tangled bathrooms are now.
Yep.
Yes, both of them became bathrooms, right?
Yeah.
And which ride replaced Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? And it was The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And I believe, isn't there some artwork right there at the
Yes.
entrance where...
It's near the end, actually, I
Okay.
thought, where it's Mr. Toad handing the deed over to Owl.
First room. It's
Oh,
on.
it's in the, it is on the left.
Is it on the left?
I think it's on the left, yeah.
But yeah, it's like you got to turn
Yeah.
and then look back a little bit. But yeah.
Yep. So there's some remnants there as well. So that
And
was
he's
kind of a cool
also
thing.
and Mr. Toad's also in the cemetery, the pet cemetery at Haunted Mansion.
Yep. So that's another place for former attractions to show up, which we didn't quiz on that. I was shocked. And then which motion simulator ride was featured at the Wonders of Life Pavilion? And 56% knew that was Body Wars.
That was so rough.
Oh yeah.
That was a rough one. Like physically jolting.
Yeah. Did not... You guys remember what year they pulled that out?
Well, when did the pavilion close? It was like right around 2000. I think 2001, 2002, somewhere in there. I think.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
it was after 2002 because my wife and I went on our honeymoon. So.
Oh, got it. So.
And I think up until a couple years ago, the simulators were still there,
Mm-hmm.
and they were using them to rob parts for Star Tours.
Yeah, that's what they were saying in the Imagineering story. So.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy was saying here that he loves the Toad Easter eggs in Pooh. And in the beginning, it's Owl's house.
Yeah.
And also a very hard to spot one on the floor.
It's down and left.
Somebody point that one out. Gina was saying great detractors tonight. So we try to have some fun with the distractors. We did throw a zebra gnomes in there tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then let's see. Did we cover number 6?
We did 6.
Yep.
Okay, number 7 then. How many opening day attractions are still at Hollywood Studios?
0.
Goose eggs.
Because there were only 3. Movie ride and the backlot tour and
Indiana Jones was.
No, that
was it Soundstage?
I think it might have been the Soundstage one. Yeah,
I think it was Soundstage.
Yeah, it was Soundstage.
Which is where I believe Frozen is now, correct?
Right. It went to the American Idol experience, and then it went to Frozen. So, kind of wish they would have kept it the American Idol experience. I kind of dig that. But nonetheless, so at Hollywood Studios, what attractions used the land there before Galaxy's Edge? 75% knew that was Lights, Motor, Action, Stunt Show. So
it was my son's favorite growing up.
Oh man, I do remember that one. That one was a good. That one was a decent ride. Decent attraction. I really like that one. And then, what attraction had multiple versions, including Gangsters and Cowboys? That would have been the Great Movie Ride. Do you guys know how they pulled off the multi-versions there?
Track split.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
one would go one direction for the Gangsters. One would go one direction for the Cowboys.
Got it. Oh, and then Amy brings up a question. She says, wasn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire there for a while?
Yep.
Prior to Frozen as well. So great trivia there as well. So and then, what attraction was modified by adding Tinkerbell and removing Dumbo?
This one got me too.
This one got you. This one was like serious minutia. I could see how this one would be really, 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 really hard.
Because from the original, it was originally led by the Blue Fairy, and Tinkerbell wasn't anywhere in there. When they brought it back, it was the Tinkerbell float with the big balloon. And they removed, if you listen to the original one, there's the Calliope in the original soundtrack. There was a circus group led by Dumbo.
Okay.
So they took it out. And
they took it out.
A parade's an attraction.
Yes, it is.
That it is. And I will, as much as I like Dumbo, I'll trade for Tink any day. Like, Tink rules, so.
I loved the sound of the Calliope.
Yeah.
And, okay then. Let's come back in and check out our rankings tab and see how everybody did.
This is going to be rough.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to Jeremy with another 10 out of 10, 1752 points, followed by Jolly Holiday, Heidi, Mary, Missy, Lizzie, the Main Street. You still did pretty well, Brian, for missing 2.
You got fast.
Right? Yes. Ranking 7th and missing 2 is still pretty darn good. So, and then Gina, Becky, Figment, Scott S, Evil Queen, Skier Pete. Seems like most people did better this round. There's a lot of, howling about it right there at the beginning, but it seems like people are doing fairly well. At least 50% got 7, 8 out of 10 questions right. So Disney Blog, Future Friendship Boat Captains, kind of falling on the list here. But we'll come back in and let everybody see how they're doing as well. Okay then, right?
Who got second? Because Jeremy won it. So who got second?
Yeah, who got second? Right?
I think he might have a shot.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably
Ready?
Brian.
And it is definitely Brian. So congratulations there, Brian. So
good job, Jeremy. I'll get you next time.
See what I'm saying? It's just like We got to have you on the screen as well at the same time with Jeremy for like this battle royale, right? And maybe.
Well, I think you guys will beat him next week because he's riding around for us. So
okay.
That's your week to go after Jeremy.
Well,
That is it.
That's a handicap. No way.
Right. Derek, I think we might have to come back in and like go out every Disney history guy we can find and like see if we can't find somebody to beat Jeremy. Okay.
Someone programs the stuff in 1 week and give me a shot at him.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely do that. I'll take all the questions in 1 week. Okay.
I get to pick the week though.
You get to pick the week. Brian gets to pick the topic. How does that sound?
That's fair. That's
right?
fair.
Okay. And then we'll come back in as well. And so Jeremy was saying here, thanks, Brian, and right. And Scott saying not as bad as I thought. See, you guys were crying over nothing, right? Scott was saying, I got 10.
10 out of 10. You still got speed. It's fast.
Speed out of it's fast, right? Definitely fast. So okay then, are we ready to go to the overall winner of tonight for the teams? Drum roll, please.
Oh,
Crushers took
got
it. So, oh my gosh, they snuck up from behind.
Like
Here
4
we were
points.
thinking Tony wasn't here, and
Wow.
yeah, they by 4 points, Brian.
4 points.
4 points average. Okay, that is just brutal. Okay, that is just absolutely brutal, right? To come back in and Tony ain't even here. So like, well, you guys did Tony proud. Is all I'm telling you, right?
But Brian's a new team, so they'll have a chance in the next couple of weeks.
Something tells me Brian's going like, crack his knuckles and like get to work here.
And my team didn't get in until the second round, so there is that too.
Yeah, there's that too as well, right? There's that too as well. But congratulations to the Crushers, the Imagination Radio Network. Welcome, homies. Donna's Trivia Community Hall did really well tonight as well. Followed by the Monorail Tail teams, Geeking on WDW Trivia, the Free Agents, and last but not least, the Team Mighty EBC Points. We're always there taking up the lead, so we are the caboose here.
That was fun.
Yeah. So, well, you finally got to join us for a trivia night, Brian. I've been trying to get you to do this for almost a year now?
Yeah. Life gets in the way.
Yeah, life gets in the way, right?
But now you're hooked.
Yeah, now you're hooked as well. And
now I just got to carve out an hour and a half on Friday nights.
Yeah, there you go. At least an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Dan was saying, way to go, Crushers. Gina says, go, Crushers. Bill says, great show and great questions tonight.
Thanks, Bill.
More cheering for the Crushers here. And I can't believe we won without Tony Ann. She's going to be so proud of you guys. It's not funny. And we're hanging out again at the Geek and Meet at the end of the month. So the 18th, I'm flying down to Walt Disney World, and I'm there till the 24th. So if you guys are going to be at Walt Disney World at that time, I am not working at that time either. I'm still doing the podcast stuff, but not my day job. Official vacation that trip. And then Jeremy says, go heavy on the Disneyland stuff. He's never been, and he got lucky on round 2 tonight. So there's your hint, Brian.
Okay? There you go.
There's your hint, okay? And so good job, Crushers and Imagination Radio Network. And then Courtney was saying, it's worth it. It's always fun for the hour and a half time commitment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so for your team that is just now tuning in tonight, let me give you guys a little bit of history here. If you look at our logo for Mouse Quiz, it says stay home, stay safe, stay magical. The show started about a year ago when all the parks shut down. And during the social distancing, and we wanted to create some kind of a Disney stream for everybody, because all the streamers, they weren't allowed in the parks. We were all staying home doing nothing. So we wanted to create some kind of a live stream that would allow us to get a little bit of pixie dust fix, and we started this. And then I think I signed a year's software lease on the software, which we're coming up on April 23rd will be our last night, unless we can recruit somebody to take over the show. Because Derek and I are kind of ready to pass on the baton here as well.
Now I see why you were saying what you said.
Yes. Yes. So we're going to get you hooked, Brian. We're going to get you hooked, right? All right.
I wiped
really on in.
I think I wiped sucker off my forehead a long time ago.
No. We've had, if you look back at our guests that we've had on over the show, it's been pretty impressive as well. We'll have to get your logo up there with the ranks of those people that have joined us as well.
Yeah.
But anyways, the way we pay for this software is through Patreon. So it's all consumer supported, and patreon.com/mydvcpoints. You're welcome to come back in if you like the show, you want to support this. It does cost probably $40 a night to put all this on with all the software. So it's not cheap, but at the same point in time, we're making it happen. And if we can find some teams to lead this and take on the baton, we're in a spot where we could renew the software. So finances is not really a reason that we're not going forward. Okay.
Yeah.
It's really just about staffing. And that's because Derek, myself, the quiz writing team, we put about 40 hours of work in every week into producing this show. So between researching the questions, fact checking them, staffing, all the back and forth, it's quite a bit of work. And to do it, it was a great thing to do for, just as a community service project during COVID. But now that we're coming out of the tail end of that and the vaccines are starting to roll up and our lease is up, it just makes sense. So that's what we've got tonight. If you're a member of our Patreon and you'd like to join us, you can join us for another round of, well, not necessarily another round of trivia. No trivia tonight, okay? But we will hang out over there at discord.mydvcpoints.com. You're welcome to join us. If you log in and connect your Patreon account, it'll move you on up. If you're having some issues, then by all means, just send us an IM and we'll see if we can figure something out. But it is, we named the room there Chad's Hard-Ticketed Event, okay? So that's all I've got tonight. Derek, do you know what's coming up next week on the trivia questions?
Next week, appropriately, is Disney Romance. We've got all the Disney movie couples, mostly animated and Pixar.
Okay.
So, bring your significant other along and have a nice evening along with us.
Sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And
I will put a plug in, guys. We still need question writers. I do definitely want to thank Linda, but I could still use more question writers.
Yes,
so,
thank you very much, Linda, as well.
That was fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and a huge shout out to Brian from the Main Street Chronicles podcast, Imagination Radio Network. Go check out his shows. There's 3 of them now, Brian.
So we've got 3. 2 are on hiatus. So we're looking to continue the Mama Bear Jamboree at some point. And then Lunchbox Ghost is on hiatus because Joel, the host, his father passed away at the end of the year. So we're letting him deal with family stuff. But the Main Street Chronicles is chugging right along. Just started season 3, which we are exploring Epcot Future World. And we have actually gone back in time with the help of Timekeeper from Magic Kingdom. So we're back to what we did in season 1, where it was heavy storytelling, tricking you into learning a little bit. So, and we're actually trying to recreate the original rides. So this month we recreated the original Spaceship Earth. So it's really, really cool.
Awesome. Well, that's what we've got this week. Hopefully we will see you guys back next week for Friday night. I know my Sunday night stream is moved to Monday night for the Super Bowl, and it is a Force Choices game. So it's going to be a lot of fun as we start to come back in and force you to love something, tear something up, and fix something up. So come join us for that and have a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We will see you guys soon. So good night,
guys.
everybody.
See you guys.